Factoring Polynomials Part 2. In the previous module, Quarter 1, Module 1, you have learned that factoring is the reverse process of multiplication. It is also the process of writing polynomial as a product of other polynomials. Now, this module that you are about to learn will discuss another set of factoring techniques, such as, first, factoring perfect square trinomial, second, factoring general or quadratic trinomial in different methods. Lesson 1.4, Factoring Perfect Square Trinomial. A trinomial is a perfect square if it follows the given conditions. First, the first and last term of the trinomial is a perfect square and both are positive. Second, the middle or second term is twice the product of the square root of the first and last term. Examples: determine whether each expression is a perfect square trinomial. First example, x squared plus 4x plus 4. Is it a perfect square trinomial or not? Alamin na natin. Una, dapat daw ang first at last term ay perfect square and parehas ay positive. Ang unang term ay x squared. Ang last term ay 4, parehas positive. Ngayon, alamin natin kung parehas perfect square. Ano ang square root ni x squared? Ang square root ni x squared ay x. Ano ang square root ni 4? 2. Okay. Nag-satisfy yung first condition. Number 2. Yung middle term daw, or yung second term, which is 4x, siya ay twice ng product ng square root ng first and last term. Nasaan ba yung square root ng first? X. Square root ng last term? 2. Product. Ano ang product ng x and 2? And then, twice natin. Yan. Kung ano yung sagot dyan, dapat same sa middle term or yung sa second term. 2 times x times 4. 4x. So, nag-satisfy sa second condition. Ibig sabihin, it is an example of perfect square trinomial. Second, 4x squared minus 16x minus 16. First, alamin natin kung perfect square ang dalawa at kung ang dalawa ay parehas positive. Yung first ay positive, pero ang second ay, ang last term ay hindi positive, negative. That means, hindi nag-satisfy sa unang condition. This is not a perfect square trinomial. Third, 9x squared plus 15x plus 25. So, unang term, positive. Pangatlong term, positive. Let us get the square root of the two terms. Ano ang square root ni 9x squared? 3x. Anong square root ni 25? 5. So, nag-satisfy na sa first condition. How about the second condition? Dapat 15x ang kalalabasan pag tinimes natin ang dalawa at minultiply natin sa 2. Twice the product of the square root of the first term, which is 3x, and the square root of the last term, which is 5. Mumultiply lang natin. 2 times 3x, 6x, times 5, 30x. Same ba siya sa middle term? Which is, no, 15x. Therefore, this is not an example of perfect square trinomial. Number 4. 2x squared minus 24x plus 16. So, parehas positive. But, the first term is not a perfect square. Bakit? Si 2, hindi siya perfect square. Ano siya? Prime number. Sabihin dun pa lang, hindi na nag-satisfy sa first condition. This is not an example of perfect square trinomial. So, dito pa lang, malalaman mo na kung ang isang polynomial ay example ng perfect square trinomial. Paano naman mag-factor ng perfect square trinomial? 1. Get the square root of the first and last term. 2. List down the square roots as a sum or difference of two terms, as the case may be. Study the given examples. So, number 1 muna tayo. Pag-aralan natin to. I-factor mo ang x squared plus 12x plus 36. Okay. Get the square root of the first and last terms. Ano ang square root ng x squared? X squared is x because x times x is x squared. Ano ang square root ng 36? 6 because 6 times 6 is 36. After getting, list down the square roots as a sum or difference of two terms as the case may be. Multiply natin and then twice is 12x. So, alam natin na PST na siya, no? Ang square root ng x squared ay x. Ang square root ng 36 ay 6. Therefore, ang answer natin ay x plus 6 squared. And yan yung factorization ng first example natin. At ganyan lang kadali kapag parehas positive. Example 2. Factor 4x squared minus 20x plus 25. First step, get the square root of the first and last terms. 4x squared is 2x. 25 is 5. Then twice the product ng dalawa. 2 times 2x times 5. 2 times 2x, 4x. 4x times 5, 20x. So, nag-satisfy siya. PST siya. Factor na natin. Ang square root ng 4x squared ay 2x. Ang square root ng 25 ay 5. So, ang answer natin ay 2x plus, correction, this is minus. 2x minus 5 raised to 2. That is the answer. Bakit po naging subtraction? Note, the operation between the two terms of the binomial, yung operation na to sa nanggaling, is subtraction. Since the middle term of the trinomial is negative. So, yun pala ang take note of that. Kapag subtraction ng middle term, ibig sabihin, subtraction din ang final answer. Kapag addition ng middle term, addition ng final answer. Okay, example number 3. Factor 9x squared plus 24x plus 16. Alamin natin kung perfect square trinomial nga ba siya. The square root of 9x squared is 3x. The square root of 16 is 4. And then twice the product ng 3x and 4 is 2 times 3x, 6x. 6x times 4, 24x. PST. Now, the square root of 9x squared is 3x, and the square root of 16 is 4. Therefore, the answer is 3x plus 4 raised to 2. That is the factorization of this given. Example 4, factor 16a squared minus 72a plus 81. Square root of 16a squared is 4a. Square root of 81 is 9. Then twice, the product of 4a and 9 equals 2 times 4a, 8a. 8a times 9, 72a. So, nag-satisfy, PST siya. The square root of 16a squared is 4a. And the square root of 81 is 9. Therefore, the answer is 4a minus 9 raised to 2. Yan ang factorization ng given. Can you answer these two examples? Lesson 1.5, Factoring the General Trinomial. So, dito may tatlong method tayo na pag-aaralan. Let's start with 1.5.1, Factoring a trinomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c. So, to factor a trinomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c, we can use the product sum method. Dalawa lang ang step. Step 1, find the two integers whose product is c and whose sum is b. Step 2, substitute the integers from step 1 for the constant, r and s, in the binomial factor, x plus r and x plus s, where c is equal to rs and b is equal to r plus s. Example 1. Factor x squared minus 2x minus 24. Step 1. Find two integers whose product is c and whose sum is b. Hahanap daw tayo ng dalawang integer na kapag minultiply, c ang sagot. Kapag pinlas, b ang sagot. So, alamin muna natin kung ano ba ang b at ano ang c. So, alam naman natin na ang factor na x squared minus 2x minus 24 ay nasa form na x squared plus bx plus c. Ang bx ay nasa second term. Therefore, ang b natin ay yun, negative 2. Next, ang c ay nasa last term. Sulat ko, hindi pala kita. Okay. Ang b ay nasa second term, so negative 2. Ang c ay nasa third term or nasa last term, so negative 24. Hanap tayong dalawang integer. Hanapan natin ang factor si 24, then alamin natin kapag pinlas pa ay negative 2. So gawa tayong table. Ano ang factor ni negative 24? Take note, dahil negative ang 24, dahil negative ang last term, ibig sabihin, pag naghanap tayo ng factor, yung isa, negative. Okay? Dahil negative ang second term, ibig sabihin, yung mas malaking number ay negative. Start tayo sa 1, factor ni 24. 1 times negative 24. O ano ang sum niyan? 1 plus negative 24. Negative 23. Hindi pwede. Next, how about 2? 2 times negative 12. Tama, 2 times negative 12, negative 24. 2 plus negative 12, negative 10. Bakit po nagiging negative? Kasi, negative ang mas malaking number. Okay? Next, another, kung di nag-satisfy yun, si 3 ba? Pwede. 3 times negative 8. Tama yan, negative 24 pa rin yan. 3 plus negative 8. Negative 5. Hindi pa. Malapit na. Pababa na siya para mag-negative 2. May iba pa ba ang factor? 4. How about 4? 4 times negative 6. 4 times negative 6 is negative 24 pa rin. 4 plus negative 6. Negative 2. Tama. Negative 2. Ayun. Nakuha na natin yung dalawang integers. Asan ang dalawang integers? 4 and negative 6. So, para mas madali, lagyan natin ng variable x. 4. Then, i-plus natin sa negative 6. Yun. Magiging negative 2x. So, pwede ka na mag-stop dito. Kasi nag-satisfy na yung dalawang integers na yan dun sa step 1. Step number 2. Substitute mo raw sa step 1. So, sulat ulit natin yung given. X squared minus 2x minus 24 sabi sa given, ang constant daw na nakuha natin ay si Ri4, then si Si negative 6. Yan, 4, negative 6. Gayahin daw natin yung two binomial factors, x plus r and x plus 6. So, substitute lang natin yung 4 sa r. X plus 4 times x. Since negative na si 6, palitan na natin ang subtraction yun. Minus 6. S pala dapat to. S. So, yun ang answer. Okay, next example. Factor x squared plus 7x plus 10. So, nasa form pa rin yung trinomial factor na to ng x squared plus bx plus c. Ibig sabihin, ang B dito ay 7 at ang C ay 10. Hanap na tayo ng dalawang integer. Dahil pare-parehas silang addition, hindi na tayo mahihirapan. Parehas positive ang dalawang factor. Ano ang factor ni 10 na kapag pinlas? 7. Okay? How about 1 times 10? Pag pinlas yan, 11. How about, ano ba ang factor ni 10? 2 times 5. Pag pinlas yan, 2 plus 5, 7. Stop ka na dito. Nag-satisfy na siya sa first condition. Okay? So, parang ano yan? Lagyan natin ng variable. 2x plus 5x equals 7x. Yan, nag-satisfy. 2 binomial factors. X plus or x plus 6. What is the answer? CR ay 2, CS ay 5. Therefore, ang answer ay x plus 2 times x plus 5. Yan ang factor nito.